Hello, everyone. How do you do? Special greeting from me to all the people I know, to all the people who know me, and to the people who are on my Facebook list. You know, we're all living this lockdown because of the COVID-19. Most of the people are under this lockdown, so we cannot leave our homes. We are staying in the homes, but I have some ideas, some points to share with the people. I live in Marrakesh, Morocco. Here the situation is as it follows. Morocco is about to get rid of this virus. Fortunately, thanks God, Morocco is controlling pretty good the situation. The tolls of deaths is quite low. The tolls of recovery is quite high, and it's getting higher and higher, about 70%. We still have some cases that especially appear in some factories, some supermarkets that belong to the French, especially in Tangier and in Casablanca. And in many regions, they are declaring zero case for many weeks ago. So Morocco is about to get rid of this problem, and I hope it will be soon. The next few days, I hope wholeheartedly for the other countries too. There is another point I want to mention. It is very important. The last few days, Jimmy Carter did a statement as a response to Donald Trump. Donald Trump always was criticizing China and the Health World Organization. Let's suppose he was right. Let's suppose Donald Trump is right. He may be right about this point, because China and the Health World Organization did a big mistake when they didn't inform the world about the virus from many months ago. But also Donald Trump, he knew that there was a virus in Wuhan in China, so he could take measures long time ago. But in the statements done by Jimmy Carter, he speaks to Donald Trump with precision. He said the main difference between China and US, China didn't do any war the last decades, while US did many wars, and US always was taking the world from war to war. It's true. And they falsified facts, proofs to impose wars. There were many marches of millions of people against war, especially what happened in Iraq. There were millions of people did marches, big marches against these wars. The demonstration everywhere, in the largest cities in Europe, in London, in the largest cities in US, in New York, in Washington, etc. Actually, the US imposed the wars to the world. They did blood for oil war in Iraq. They falsified September 11th. It's not controversy, it's true. The engineers, architects showed scientifically that those three skyscrapers, not two, three skyscrapers on September 11th, they were dustified in few seconds. That was a controlled, free fall demolition. All the people saw that. Me, I never believed, I didn't believe the official story, that investigation that was done in 5 minutes by the administration of George Bush. I never believed. Many people ate that, unfortunately. It was a big harm, indeed. So they falsified everything to the wars, to impose the wars. And US wasted trillions in these wars. The problem, the world later on should pay with them. So I remember the big star, John Lennon, when he said once, the world is run by insane people. He was right, this man. He was right. He even did that famous song, Imagine Against Wars, after he was killed. We don't know by whom. We don't know who sent that guy to kill him. Well, the secret organizations, now they are not secret anymore. Everyone knows about them. They live from these wars, or war for them is their water, like fish in water. They should cope with the situation of wars. They don't like peace. They always like to fight. And the problem is that these politicians and the heads of these secret organizations, they are old people, and they always send young people to die for them, to kill for them. This is a big problem. This is a big problem. We should stop about it. We should stop about wars. We should stop wars. Now this invisible COVID virus may appear again, or other viruses could appear again. We never know. Now these people should stop thinking about wars. Me, I'm convinced, unfortunately, even in this situation of COVID pandemic situation, even in this situation, they are still thinking about wars, about sending troops to other continents, to other far away, very far away from US. We should stop this shit. These wars, we should stop them. We should call for peace, for coexistence in this world. These US politicians, these old people, these old politicians, they are older than 60, most of them, but they send young people, soldiers, to kill and to die for them, and to kill and die for a small state in Middle East somewhere. It's unfair. It's unfair. We should stop this shit of thinking, this way of thinking. Wars takes you to nowhere. You waste money, many casualties in Iraq, in Afghanistan. Thousands of US Marines died, fell in the battlefields, in the ground battles. More than 200,000 wounded seriously with amputated legs or arms. Why? Why this? They died for Dick Cheney. They died for we don't know whom. Let me remind you, you have forgotten something, a very important point. On September 10th, in 2001, one day before September 11th stuff, inside job, Donald Rumsfeld has announced that 200 trillions, 2 trillions and 300 billion dollars vanished from the Pentagon. Second day, following day, September 11th, part of the Pentagon was hit. Maybe they have killed the accountants who knew where that money went, where that amount went. It is a huge amount. 2 trillions and 300 billion dollars, it's too much money. Don't even forget also that on September the 10th, I mean one day before that horrible event, that inside job event of September 11th, there were 2 countries that were isolated, lonely, in Durban, that Congress Against Racism. Don't forget that. 2 countries. You know which are these 2 countries. I'm convinced you know these 2 countries. They were lonely. All the people, all the participants were pointing towards them about the problem of racism. So we have, these are the main causes. These are the main causes that led to wars against humanity. And because of these wars, capricious wars of Dick Cheney, of George W. Bush, and of these secret organizations, trillions were wasted. Hundreds, thousands of US soldiers died. Thousands and thousands of soldiers got wounded in these wars. Why? Stop thinking about wars, please. Now it's time, it's hard time. You thought about peace and about coexistence. I wish you all the best.